wanna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we
This morning, I went to make breakfast for both of the kids. Luke is out of town. We've gotten snow. I think we're on the 11th day of getting snow here in Colorado. And I was making waffles and sausage, and all of a sudden noticed we are out of syrup. And I'm sitting here rummaging through my fridge trying to figure out what else I can do instead of syrup for the kids, because I really don't feel like making a quick run to the store. And I came up with this little trick, I think. We'll see how successful it is. But I rummaged through my freezer and I was able to find a bag of frozen blueberries, and I'm going to try and make some of my own fruit syrup this morning. So I found frozen blueberries in our freezer, and I've just taken some and poured some in a fairly deep skillet. If you guys have a saucepan, definitely use a saucepan. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So I've poured some in there, and I'm gonna turn it to medium-high heat. And we're also going to take some honey and drizzle honey on here and let it and bring it to a simmer, and we'll be all ready. Simmered for a little bit, really make sure and watch them. But once they have simmered and broken down and you've got more of a sauce, they are ready to go on top of your waffles or pancakes or whatever you choose to put them on top of. I just got a thought, I bet this would taste awesome on top of ice cream. So I might be heading out to get some ice cream later. But once they're done simmering, you may go ahead and put them on top of your waffles, and they are ready to serve.
That's amazing.
Well, we are off to a not usual start today. We did not make it to swim practice this morning, and it was not the fault of the kids. Waking up this morning with my autoimmune, my body was just telling me today it's not going to be one of those good days. So I just really had to listen to my body this morning and accept that today is gonna be a day where I kind of have to do bare minimum to get by, which meant sleeping in a little bit longer, not being up at 5, and having everybody out the door by 5:45. So we are actually here. I have 2 kids eating breakfast at a table this morning, and not while we're driving to swim practice. We have exciting things going on around here as we prepare for our trip to Florida and meeting up with the cousins. So I am just going to be dropping the kids off at their options program this morning, coming home, cleaning house, and trying to get everything ready to leave in a few days. What you eating?
An acai bowl.
Is it acai or acai? How do you say that word? All right. You like them?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, I made you some sausage. Do you want some sausage? Mm-hmm. Okay. Finish your breakfast, and we'll get in the car and go?
Yeah.
Okay. We got to get out the door. This is all the stuff we have to load in the car. Guys, we have coats, backpacks, Lincoln's cello, Kenya's violin, Kenya's guitar, her backpack, and usually we have swim bags on top of that, but not this morning. This one is in trouble. Yes, she knows. You know. Last night we got home from youth, and there was trash all over our kitchen. Zoe, did you get in the trash? Did you? Did you drag trash all over the house? You made a mess? I had to clean it up? Next time you can mop the floor.
I don't have little thumbs.
Why did you get in the trash? And then you drug it all over the house. You two had better behave while we're gone. What did you eat, Zoe? Huh? What did you eat? Huh? Here we're at the end of our day, and it seems like when Luke is gone, things actually are just harder, especially dinner for me. It's already been a long day. I've spent all day cleaning the house because we're trying to get ready to leave for our trip. And I want to make sure everything is picked up and clean before we go. And then that way tomorrow we can pack and I can get a few more things ready around here before we leave. But when Luke is gone, it just seems harder to get dinner on the table. I'm not really wanting to cook as much. And the other thing that I have playing into this is I'm really trying to avoid going to the grocery store because I don't want to stock our fridge with groceries when we are going to be gone. So I thought I would come down in the kitchen and see what I'm gonna do for dinner. I really didn't have a plan for tonight. Well, I did, but the one plan I wanted to do, I want to wait until Luke is here tomorrow night. There's just certain things that I'd rather cook when he's around. That way he can enjoy the meal as much. So what we're gonna do, I thought it would be fun, and I don't know how this is gonna go. So hang on and just bear with me here. But I thought it would be fun to rummage through my fridge and pantry and just try and get something possibly for dinner. So I just want to take a look, kind of see what we have left over, and see what I can scrounge together for dinner, and kind of do it quickly. I don't want it to take too long. I thought I'd bring you guys with. Let's go see. Now, no judging. My fridge is not perfect. It gets out of order throughout the week. So I guess let's play what's in my refrigerator. These are leftovers, and this is soup. Lincoln doesn't really like that. So I've got organic ground turkey thawed out. I've got mushrooms that I for sure want to use before we leave in a couple of days. So I want to make sure those get used up. And then, gosh, this gets so messed up down here, guys. This was actually for a casserole I was going to make, and I have a different style for Lincoln because Lincoln is dairy free, and then I got some for us. So I think we're gonna have, I'm gonna use the turkey because we need meat, cream cheese. All right guys, I'm getting a plan together here, so I'm gonna pull a few things out and go check my pantry before I make my final decision what I'm gonna do. Okay, there's the fruit snacks and veggie snacks that we keep around here. If you want to see that video, click on the link down below. All right, let's go to the pantry. You guys want to see if it's still organized? It still is. It's hanging in there. I've added a few things in there, but we're still organized. Okay, so I have rice and my chicken and beef broth. Ooh, I have pizza sauce. Okay, that's good. Well, now that I saw the pizza sauce, the thought that I was having might actually work. I just have to check. Up here's where I keep all my Trim Healthy Mama stuff, and I want to see, what's this? Yep, this is it. This is almond flour, which is, things are looking promising. Okay. All right, so I think I have a plan. So rummaging through everything, and now that I know for sure I've got some almond flour, I have a plan. I'm going to make homemade pizzas, and the other reason is I went to my freezer and I remembered my last grocery haul. I got Lincoln some pizza crust that he can try. It's all the things free for him. And then I've got a really good it's called Fat Head pizza. I have found the last month or so a really good fathead pizza crust that is actually really good for if you're on keto. It's low carb and it's very keto friendly. So that'll work for Kenya and I, and then we'll use one of Lincoln's pizza crusts that I had in the freezer, and I'm gonna make homemade pizzas. Even though I don't have any pepperoni, that ground turkey I found in the fridge, I'm going to just brown it and use some Italian seasoning with it, really get some taste and flavor in there, and the kids can use that. And then my mushrooms that I'm wanting to use up, Lincoln's not a big veggie person for pizza, but Kenya and I can cut that up. I have one onion that I'm trying to use, so that'll work. So Kenya and I can put some onion on there. So we're gonna make homemade pizzas tonight, and I'll share this fathead pizza crust recipe with you. And see, kids, Kenya and Lincoln, how does pizza sound? Homemade pizza, is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, I'll get on it. Let's get this put together hopefully quick. All right, the first thing we have to do is get the pizza crust made, and you wanna go ahead and preheat your oven to 425 degrees. So while your oven's preheating, let's go ahead and throw this pizza dough together. And it's so simple, guys, so I'll go over the ingredients really quick and then show you how to mix it. And guys, I got this recipe online. I just looked. It's from noshtastic.com. I'll put the link down below so you can click on it and get the recipe for the pizza dough that I'm making for Kenya and I. So here's the ingredients that you need really quick. 1.5 cups shredded mozzarella cheese, 2 tablespoons cream cheese, 3/4 cup almond flour, 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 egg beaten. Once you have the ingredients, you're gonna take your shredded mozzarella cheese and your cream cheese, and we're going to melt them in the microwave for 1 minute. And after the 1 minute, we're gonna take it out, stir it really good, and put it in for 30 more seconds on high. The mozzarella cheese and cream cheese for the second time, you go ahead and add in your almond flour, garlic powder, and egg, and you're gonna mix it really well until it forms a dough. Once you have your dough all ready to go, you're gonna take 2 sheets of parchment paper, place the dough on one of the sheets, lay the other sheet on top, and use a rolling pin and roll it out to the shape of your choice. I go ahead and roll it into a triangle because I place it on our cookie sheets, but roll it out to an 1/8 inch thick. And once you do that, you keep it on one of the parchment paper sheets and place it on your baking sheet. And you'll put it in a 425 degree oven for about 4 minutes. Before you place it in the oven, you wanna go ahead and take a fork and stab the crust across the top of it to keep any bubbles from rising. Our pizza bar all set up behind us. I'm gonna let the kids make their pizzas for tonight. I'm gonna let Kenya do the crust that I made for her and I, and then Lincoln's got his own crust. So one quick tip I wanna tell you about the pizza crust that we just made for Kenya and I. You really want to make sure and keep an eye on it when you put it in the oven. I only put it in there for 4 minutes. I got a little distracted, so it was in there longer. So it cooked it a little bit more, and it still has to go in the oven and bake again for a second time once you get all your toppings on. So I kind of goofed on this one because I hope it doesn't burn when we put it in the oven the second time. But we'll just kind of take it and go with it. What I'm gonna do here is, guys, I just have some plain old pizza sauce that I had in my pantry. We use this in casseroles around here. I like to just toss this with pasta even. So I'm just gonna spread some of this over each of the crusts, let the kids make their own pizzas, and I'll go over the toppings that I have for them. And then we're gonna put the pizzas in the oven. I'm gonna bake Lincoln's according to the directions that his came with, but for the fathead pizza crust, you want to put it in for another like 4 to 6 minutes, but keep an eye on it. You just want it until the cheese is melted. And I want to tell you guys another thing that I found in the fridge that we keep on hand all the time. This is Mayokos is the brand, and it's called Moz. It's fresh vegan Moz. And this is amazing. Lincoln loves it. I actually love it. I find myself going to the fridge and grabbing some and putting some on a cracker, even toast. Guys, this is so good. So I got it out for him to have an option to put on his pizza. So this is made from cashew cream, and that's exactly, it's like cream cheese, a little richer though. It's a great dairy-free, wheat-free, soy-free option for Lincoln. So I thought he could use this and substitute for the cream cheese that I got out for Kenya. And let me show you what else we have. Regular mozzarella for Kenya and I. And then we have the cream cheese I took back out. Sometimes when Kenya orders pizza, she loves to order like a jalapeno popper style pizza, and it's got cream cheese. I found some jarred jalapenos in our fridge, so I took those out for her. And then we have some fresh onions. I sliced up some of those mushrooms I found. I browned the ground turkey, and I seasoned it with Italian seasoning, a little bit of basil, and garlic salt, and salt and pepper. So they've got that. Kenya and I's crust is right there. And then here we've got Lincoln's crust. And I'm excited to try this. I found it in the grocery store from Whole Foods. It's called Capello's, and it's grain-free, wheat-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. So this is a great thing for Lincoln. I'm interested to hear how he likes it. And then this is just the pizza sauce we're using. We're gonna put pizza sauce on our crust and then let the kids go ahead and put toppings on. For Lincoln's topping, he loves the Daya cheeses. So we've got some mozzarella cheese, the Mayokos vegan Moz spread that I talked to you guys about. This is kind of what it looks like. I would call it closer to kind of cream cheese texture, cream cheese texture and taste. It is so good though, guys. I'm gonna put the sauce on the crust, and I'm gonna call the kids down and let them go ahead and get their pizzas going. Here's Chef Lincoln. What kind of pizza did you do for us today?
I made a turkey, cheese, mozzarella, and mushroom pizza.
Looks so yummy. And then we've got Chef Kenya, who did our pizza.
I did half and half. I did just mozzarella cheese with pizza sauce, and I also did mushrooms and onions on one side and cream cheese and jalapenos on the other side.
Looks good, guys. Yummy.
Yummy.
So there's our pizzas, guys.
We have had these since we were little.
Do you like the crust? Yeah.
The crust is amazing.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of me putting together a quick dinner and going through and just seeing what I had in the fridge and my pantry, and also that you enjoyed the keto-friendly pizza crust and all the tips for Lincoln's dairy-free and all his food sensitivities-free pizza crust. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.